Hey guys, 3D Wrecker here and welcome back to From the Depths. This is not an episode, this is in fact my 300 subscriber special, which I promised a fair while ago. So yeah, at the time of this recording I think I've actually got, hang on, not that one, I've actually got like 309 subscribers, so yeah, I'm a little bit late, we'll say. So, thank you to all of you who have subscribed over the years and for bringing me to this point. We're going to do a bit of a special video today. Well, you already saw like half of it, so, so it has nothing to do with that. Instead, we're going to come over here to our fancy little fortress and yeah, we're going to be testing some real-world armor schemes in From the Depths to see how well they do. Obviously, I've scaled it a little bit, so I'm not going to go too hard on these armor schemes because most of them are actually garbage. In fact, they're all pretty garbage, so I'll just get on with the video, hey? So the range from the muzzle is 42 meters. So when I fire, it will take 42 meters to get to this little armor plate right here. Except for the ones which I have ERA on. In fact, that will take 42 meters and about 30 centimeters as well. So I don't know what that is in feet, so you can look up a conversion. I'm too lazy for that. So first up we have just one layer of steel, simulating a, what do I have here? A Panzer IV, apparently. I should probably actually show you what the gun is like. So it's a 120mm. This is firing a Sabo shell, which I will quickly show you. So that's the warhead, or the projectile, I should say, just APFSDS. Which is actually not that great in From the Depths. I'm sure pure Sabo is, but like, you don't really need fin stabilizer if you've got a long enough barrel in this game. So yeah, there is that. So that's all the gun stats that you need to know for this test. And that's on all these guns. I do have a heat shell as well, which I'll show you as well. Heat fin stabilized. Yeah, just standard From the Depths. 0.5 penetrator factor. So yeah, let's get on with the tests. Got a 5-second delay on it, so you can get a good up close and personal shot. Just like that. That's the first round. And if I go to my fancy little armor tool down there, you'll see that it is now on 21% health. Let's have a quick look at these other ones, eh? So that's the same. And this one is also the same. I think, hang on, what are you? Yeah, you're 21% of one. And then, hang on, let me show you what we're actually looking at here. So this is a T-54 turret, it's thicker steel. A Leopard 1A5 turret side, which is the spaced bit. T-72A, which is steel plus Textilite, but Textilite does not exist in From the Depths, so I've substituted that with glass. M60 Rise is just a layer of steel with ERA all over it, basically. T-64A turret, which is steel and aluminium. Aluminium is not in this game, so I've substituted that with alloy. T-64B, steel plus ceramic bowls. The ceramic bowls don't exist in this game, so I just decided to stick little stone poles in a checker pattern, which is not completely far away from the original real-life design. Chieftain Mark 10 turret, specifically the Mark 10 because that has the add-on Steel Brew armor, which is basically a piece of rubber sandwiched between two plates of steel. So there's that one. And then we have the T90A with the reflective panels. That should be T90A turret, hang on. There we go. And yes, I'm aware the T90A has ERA on it. I'm just not including it for this test. And there's your reflective plates. Leopard 2A4 turret, apparently. Yeah, it's got a tungsten insert somewhere in there. I'm not entirely sure where, because that's obviously a classified armour scheme, but I just used my imagination and put it right in the middle. With a couple of spaces. So I do expect this one to perform the best out of all of them, simply because it's got this heavy armour, which is in for the tungsten, because tungsten is not in from the depths. So yeah, we saw that one. M1 Abrams. Not the IPM1, not the M1A2, the M1, standard M1. First iteration, which has the reflective panels and an air gap, which you've probably read on the sign. Macarva. I don't know why I included this one. This one's actually quite stupid. Macarva Mark 1 steel plus engine. And it's just a steel plate with a dummy engine in there. I'm actually expecting this one to do really, really badly. Then we got the T90M turret, which is basically this T90A, that's Abrams, T90A turret with ERA on the front. So yeah, we shall continue our testing, hey? Oh, actually no, I didn't check out the armour class for all these. Yep. This one, oh, actually, on the ERA stopped that. It did not actually hit the plate on the back there. That's interesting. Oh, you at 21. You got stacking, don't you? Oh yeah, you do have stacking. Never mind. I'm just silly. So 21%. Yeah, of course. 21. Yeah. Okay. So I think these are all 21%. That's what it looks like. And yes, the ERA. That's actually really interesting, because I've never mucked with ERA in From the Depths, like, ever. So, that just completely ate that APFSDS round. Now, it's not exactly the most potent round to be firing in this game. As you can see, this is just one layer of steel. And it just did 21% health. Left it on 21% health. But this is interesting, because the ERA has just completely destroyed that round. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's fire our second round, which is another APFSDS round. And that looks pretty universal across the board, so Panzer IV was absolutely annihilated. Okay, that's... Yep, okay, so what was this one? T54 turret has stood up to 2, and I highly doubt it's going to stop that third round. The Leopard 1A2, similar story. Oh, that's interesting. That's... Okay, so this is the T72M1... No, T72A, rather. My bad. So it's blown through the first metal plate. Blown through the first glass beam. And stopped on the second glass beam with 63% health remaining on it. Oh, glass is an armor class of 25. Huh. I'm learning things. That's actually interesting. I've never mucked with ERA, and I just really don't use glass a whole lot because portholes exist and they're a lot more armoured, I believe. Interesting. Okay, so now we've got the M60 here. No surprise there. Metal plate, 21% health. What was this one? This one was the T64A turret. And that blew through the front. metal beam and stopped on the alloy beam behind it. Okay. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Now we're on to the T64B turret, which is the one with the ceramic in it. And that appears to have... That's interesting. I guess not really, because alloy has a much higher armor class than stone. What is your standard armor class? 35. 42 by the looks when you're being backed up by metal. Stone has an armor class of... I thought I just saw it there. Armor class of 16 usually, and then backed up by metal it is 24. So, yeah. Interesting. And then here's the Chieftain armor, the Steel Brew, which did not... Oh, actually, no, that stopped a fair bit of it. Yeah, alright. Rubber has an armor class of 6. There you go. I think that metal beam might survive another round. Not... No, this one definitely won't. That is... T64B is going to be out pretty early, I believe. What's this one? T90A turret. So you punch through the front plate and then stopped on the sloped armor. Sorry, the reflective plate. Which is no big surprise because it's a kinetic round and sloped armor does wonders against kinetic rounds in from the depths. Okay, so they punch through here and hit the heavy armor beam for 84% health. Okay, that's not bad. Maybe some of these other, like... Oh, hang on. You're on 2%. What were you on? 3. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, some of the sloped armor ones, maybe this T90A turret thing will outperform the tungsten. Oh yeah, that's right, the Merkava. Straight through the engine block and crank and hit the back plate. That's probably not going to last another round, but I guess we'll find out. Fire in the hole. That looked really bad for all of them. So T54's down. Leopard's done for. T72M. I keep calling it an M1, but it's not an M1, is it? It's an A. M1's got an extra plate on the front. Yeah, the A survived that. Okay, so it's not terrible, but of course, yeah, not the best armor. Hey, buy from the depths standards. M60, no surprise there. It's done for. T64A. Well, I think that'll go down on the next round. Oh damn, T64B turret is done for. Yep. What are you? Chieftain Mark 10 actually survived another round. Okay. Surprising. What have we got here? The T90A turret. Penetrated that and stopped on this metal beam. That's going to go straight through on the next round. Leopard 2A4. I think close enough. I don't know. 61%. Yeah, that's going to last a few rounds, I think. That's probably going to do the best. M1. It stopped on the backing plate, and that's going to go straight through on the next round. Unfortunate. And and the Merkava's done for. T90M is holding in there. That sloped cut thing is holding up. It's on 3% health now, though, so yeah, that's not going to do too well next round, which I will now send. There we go. No surprise there. Leopard's done for, already showed that. T72 is gone. 60's done for. T64A is gone. Chieftain Mark 10, yeah, done for. T98 turret, done for. There's a clear hole right through it there. Leopard 2A4. It's getting there. Maybe 2 more rounds will take that out. What's this one? Abrams is gone. Macarva, that went ages ago. And T90M is now on the backing plate and will not survive that. So it looks like I'm just going to send one more round just to see if I miss anything, hey? Yeah, okay, so there goes the T90M turret armour. Done for, yep. And Leopard 2A4 is left standing. Of course, that's probably not the real world Leopard 2A4, but yeah, that armour is classified. So, nobody knows except a select few people. Send another round. See if that does anything. Oh, there goes the heavy armour block, finally. And I reckon one more round will finish off that plate. So I'm just going to quickly refill an APS shell. And fire again. Oh, it's on 31 health, 2%. That is impressive. Fire again. And there we go. There goes the Leopard. I'm not sure how many shells each one took, but I'll put a little number above each of these in editing so you can see which one did the best. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have set up the intakes properly. Let's just fire a test round just to make sure. Yeah, okay. Let's just quickly fix that and repair everything. There we go. Right, so now I'm firing the heat round, of course, as you saw by the jets flying out the back. And actually, I just forgot a very crucial thing. Yeah, I just need to quickly throw on some wood here. Yeah. Okie dokie, there we go. I've put a little, let's just simulate the internals or people of the tank. So, yeah. Yeah. Fire a heat round, I guess. Okay, let's see which tanks were penetrated. So, Panzer IV obviously got annihilated by a heat round, of course. Looks like the... this T-54 got penetrated as well. It's got some damage behind here. Obviously it's coned out a little bit. Nothing went directly through. And it looks like... oh, here we go. Yep. The 1A5 Leopard has stopped that heat round. But it has damage on the backing plate. Wonder how many rounds that'll take. Here, interesting. There's no... okay, so it did get set off by the glass. That's interesting. So this armour scheme does actually work against heat rounds in from the depths. Very interesting. Okay. So what's this one? This one's the T72A, which is the steel plus fiberglass. Textilite, whatever you want to call it. Textilite was a kind of fiberglass. But yeah, I didn't think that would work in from the depths. I thought it was just going to go straight through like the T54 and the Panzer IV simulated target things. Most interesting. M60 Rise, no surprise there, the ERA 8, yeah, ERA 8 that, with no damage to the backing plate. T64A was penetrated, as you can see by the damage on the back here. Yeah, as you can see down there, it was actually damaged by the explosion a little bit, so it did hit 1675, 1680. So it turns out the alloy sandwich between metal does not. Yeah, interesting. Okay. And then this is most interesting. T64B turret, which is the steel plus ceramic balls, or in this case just little stone poles, was penetrated by heat. I was not expecting that. It did hit. Yep, okay. So, I did see this on a fellow YouTuber's channel actually, Borderwise. He's done armour tests quite a lot. Nothing like this though, to my knowledge. You can see here how the pole is barely touching that metal, and that means there's no air gap for that straight line all the way through here. So yeah, that's how that works. So this gun must have hit right on this line, and then the heat jet just went straight through along that line, which is why a lot of people use other shapes instead of poles as air gap filler. So T64B is gone. Chieftain Mark 10 was not penetrated. Interesting. Same with the T72A. The glass, oh sorry, in this case the rubber caught the heat jet. So I wonder if from the depths has it so non-structural blocks like rubber and glass, maybe even lead. Oh, I guess that's a structural block though, hey. Sets off heat jets. Or Hesh maybe, I don't know. Very interesting. Let's get rid of these. And this one, there's no surprise here, the T90 just ate that like a boss. And this is what I was talking about by different shapes. A lot of people use wedges and beam slopes as air gap filler nowadays, because it's a bit more reliable than the poles. Then we got the, there's no surprise here, this one's, I highly doubt that, highly doubt Leopard 2A4 is going to get penetrated by heat here, just because you've got air gap here and then heavy armour right here. So, yeah. M1, same story as the T90. I think. Yeah, same story as the T90, although this one got they both got damaged. So that heat jet must have been set off about here, and then some spalling went down into the wedge below it, as well as hitting this one. Interesting, okay. And no surprise here, the Makava's engine was absolutely obliterated. Which is actually, funnily enough, the engine, or the layout for the Makava was to use the engine to block heat rounds. So It does work in From the Depths. Engines do block heat rounds. They'll just get blown to smithereens in the process. And T90M turret. ERA just ate that up. Alright, let's fire another one, hey? Oh, I saw chunks fly off. That one's already done. That one's been done for ages. This one... Leopard 1A5 was not penetrated, but it is getting close. And again, the T72A ate that. Obviously some spalling has hit some other glass blocks, but a lot of it has hit the backing plate here, which is 85% now. Nothing penetrated. M60, no surprise there. Once your ERA is gone, you may as well just kiss your tank goodbye. At least with just primarily using rolled homogeneous armour, which is steel. That one's already been compromised. That one's done ages ago. And the Chieftain is holding up a little bit like the T72, which is on the T72s. Okay, 83% against 45. Okay, Chieftain's going to get taken out next. Interesting. Okay, so the beam slope here is at 7% on the T90. So, yeah. Leopard 2A4, 88% on that. Tungsten insert, we'll call it, because I don't know what to call that, honestly. Heavy armour. What's this one? Abrams. Faring a little bit better than the T90, surprisingly. 1879. What's the T90? 7 and 93, okay. Merkava has had more of its engine blown to smithereens and is taking little damage on the backing plate. T90M has started taking internal armour damage. Let's fire another one. No surprise there. Leopard 1A5 will probably take some damage next round. That is on 18%. This is on 60% on the T72. Interesting. M60 is done for, yeah, that's old news. Chieftain's still holding up. Surprisingly. Oh, here we go. T90 is now taking damage on the backing plate, which is at 79%. 2A4, 81% on the heavy armour. The tungsten insert. Oh, here we go. Abrams has had the reflective plate penetrated and is now hitting the backing plate. And the damage seems pretty spread out along it. 87, 96 and 97. Merkava, 81%. I guess this air gap here is just dispersing all the fragments a bit better. T90M is holding up well. Let's fire one more round, hey? Oh, there goes the... Wasn't quite destroyed, but the Leopard 1A5 was penetrated after how many rounds? Put that on screen, I've forgotten. T72 is still holding up. 45% left on the backing plate. Nothing's gone through it just yet. Chieftain was penetrated with very minimal damage. T90A, 46% on the backing plate. Leopard 2A4, that's still holding strong. No surprise there. Abrams, 67% on the backing plate. Merkava, 77 on the backing plate, with damage spread along all of them, except this one on the end here, which is interesting. T90M has had the backing plate hit. Nothing has gone through just yet. Let's send another round. And just like that, the Leopard has been knocked out. T72, 14% on that backing plate. That might get penetrated the next round. That's done for, that's done for. Chieftain has been hit again, but has not been taken out, surprisingly. Okay, so what are you again? You're the T90A. Yes, T90A. 16% on that backing plate. Leopard 2A4, no surprise there. Abrams has had more damage spread along it. Interesting. This one's on 41%. So this extra air gap is saving the Abrams a little bit of damage on that backing plate. Same with the Merkava, this massive air gap here. Yeah. T90M, 56% on the backing plate. Another round. And there goes the T72. T72 is just about knocked out. Chieftain again is not giving up, apparently. But it is going through, of course. And T90A has been penetrated. Leopard 2A4, no surprises, still holding strong. Abrams is holding up better than the T90A with that extra spaced armour. 23% on that backing plate. Merkava, 60%. And T90M, 26%. Fire again. And again, the T72. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so Chieftain still, yep. T90A is knocked out. 2A4 is perfectly fine. Abrams has been penetrated with no damage, really. Interesting. Merkava, 52% on the backing plate. T90M has been penetrated with damage. Let's send another heat round. T72 is not given up, eh? Chieftain has been knocked out. 2A4 obviously not. So 52% though. What's this one? Abrams has finally taken some damage on the internals here, we'll call that. Oh wow. Oh okay, that's just texturing. Merkava, 41% on that backing plate. T90M, more damage on the internals. Not quite out yet. And finally, T72 is done for. %47 on the 2A4 rather, not 2A7. And here, what are you? You're Abrams, okay. Abrams has more damage on the inside. It's only this one plate getting hit. Interesting. Merkava is at 34% on the backing plate. T90M has been taken out. Interesting. Let's fire again. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's the ERA going off. Yeah, 204, 42%, yep. Abrams not quite done for just yet. Carver, 26%. Okay, yep. Fire again. Did like absolutely nothing, hey. 36%. More damage on the internals. And 22% on the Macabre. Abrams has been knocked out, while the 2A4 is holding strong at 29% on the tungsten insert. And Macabre is sitting at 15% on the backing plate. Let's fire that again. Okay, Abrams is dead, obviously. 24%. 8%. I don't know. Macabre might not win against Leopard here. I think Leopard might win this again. 4%. 18%. Send another round. Macabre's been penetrated, but has not been knocked out. Oh yeah, we didn't check Leopard, did we? 12% on the heavy armour. Okay. Fire again. Damage on the internals of the Macabre. Yep, fair enough. 6% on the heavy armour on the Leopard. Let's fire that again. And Macabre has been knocked out, while the Leopard is is just too strong apparently. So I'm just gonna see how many more rounds it'll take to finally knock the Leopard out. Leopard has been penetrated with no damage on the internals just yet. So I'm just going to put all the tables up here. Which one performed best, which one performed the worst. Yeah. How many rounds it took to actually penetrate the armour versus how many rounds it took to knock out the vehicle. So that's all up on the screen right now. And yeah, I don't know. I hope you all enjoyed this special video. Thank you again for getting me to 300 subscribers, 309 at the moment. and counting. And I will see you all in the next video.